violence or gender-based violence doesn't only have to be physical.
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of emotional abuse that really happens in our everyday lives, and people are not aware of that. You know.
Yeah. It started as one song.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the guys, Kuta Baba, Yebo Baba, and then trend on TikTok, and then it was a big thing from then.
People were like, we want to clap for you, but now you're performing with this one. This one is just a bitch on his own. So it was a tricky situation.
Welcome to it, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Today it is the biggest show because we are 50 episodes in.
Big shout out! Big shout out one time.
This is Dot Trends with yours truly. I am your guy, your one and only boy, Denisha, the Levitator with the triple F for fresh fly as well as fashionable. And of course, I'm not doing the show by myself. Co-pilots, take it away.
A show. Real Makivano here is in the building, aka Abutu Amatuke. It is going to be a jam-packed show for you. Like he said, we are 50 weeks in. Now, this is beautiful.
That feels like 5 decades.
Yeah, we're going far. But before we even jump into that, a superstar, introduce yourself. The chef.
The chef is still thinking does she feel like a chef today?
Do I want to feel like a chef or don't I want to? What's good? What's happening, people? You're speaking to the chef, and I am here today for the 50th episode.
Come on. Cheers
Yeah.
to
So we've been
Drink to that. They're supposed to come in.
So we've been doing this, and thank you to you guys. We are here where we are because of you guys. So thank you so much. We are on our road to 10,000 followers. So subscribers, followers, what? Oh, subscribers.
Subscribers.
All
We
right.
are following
So
the
let's
subscribers.
go. Well,
You know?
No, but literally, we are following the subscribers.
okay, let's do it.
We are doing it. I actually wanted to say something.
Yeah, let's talk.
Okay, guys, we had a blast. Okay.
Woo.
So, as we all know, the previous week on a Thursday, it was a holiday. And the Wednesday before that, our co-pilot right here had to go to Wine Wednesdays
Superstar.
to just kill the sets. I'm not sure. Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't, right?
No, I wasn't.
No, I know. You
I
really
wasn't.
weren't there.
No, I
You
wasn't.
really weren't
Now
there.
we had
How
a great
was it,
time, guys.
gift?
No, it was beautiful for me. Also nerve-wracking, right? But more than anything, also the fact that I had y'all by my side, it was beautiful. I knew that, I'm with the superstars in the building, so there's no way that anything is gonna go wrong. So the set was beautiful. Everything was just beautiful. The company, the reception, and overall the fun that we had as well. Woo. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy DJ.
That's so happy teacher. But
What is that supposed to mean?
How was it for you guys?
Actually, I want her to go first. Like, I was the observer, so I want to say everything that I've seen.
Kitlole Shapa.
Kitole
Shapa.
Why?
But anyways, it's fine. So Wine Wednesdays, right? Okay, the reception was great. Loved the reception. The people, because you play Mapiano from like maybe 5 years ago. So it was just a nice session because people had sing-alongs, right? So obviously like it's a jam because everyone is just singing along to the songs and what's not. But then it could be better. It could be better. The set was nice. The reception, night itself, it could be better. So I think we should push the Wine Wednesdays for people to go there so that we can have more fun.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is.
And also go make money.
Wine Wednesdays.
And also go make money because the organizers, they were happy, honestly speaking, from our side. And also you guys were looking like superstars as always. Everybody was just looking at us. So we foreseeing a very good relationship with them. You are a DJ as well. We had a conversation. I don't know what's your plan, but I know that you're still pushing music.
But I emceed. How about that?
But a little
How about that?
Mamela, there
MC'd.
was an MC there. That guy came to me. That guy came to me, and I said, "You guys are gonna be MCing." You know how he convinced me to MC my set? He had to show me his profile on Instagram. I've been doing this because he could see. Like I put you on the spot to say he came to me. Who's gonna be MCing for you? I was like, this guy's, and you guys were a bit skeptical.
Where was I looking?
Then
when
you
You
that
were
was
looking
said?
straight at Gift and you're like,
Me.
yes.
You. The next thing I knew, he was pulling out his profiles to say, "Look, I've been doing this for a long time. If they don't want to do it, I can do it for
drumming
you."
guy.
Yeah. But
Okay.
overall, beautiful experience.
You guys are just terrible explainers. First of all, we looked scrum-dilly-yum-yum.
Yeah.
We looked good. Too good, but the weather was just brutal. It was cold. But you know about the miniskirt, I
Like,
respect.
I don't
Respect.
Like there were girls with crop tops that I'm like, okay.
It was cold.
Okay.
It was freezing.
So you gonna look like this when I'm wearing a jacket and no, come on. Nah.
So we looked good. We smelled good.
As always.
When we arrived, it had to be known that you guys are there. You know, I was just there
Absolutely.
on some, I'm so proud of my sweeties. Look at them growing in front of my eyes.
Mama.
Like, that was cute. And then also, I saw Mtunzi live, guys. I saw Mtunzi live.
A very dope gent.
Is dope the word you want to use?
Yeah, it's the word that I want to use. He's great. He's an amazing musician. Overall,
Yeah.
his attitude, unlike Scott Mapoma, is
Of course, you're gonna give the girl butter. That's yeah. So with him, I like the fact that when he got there, right, he wasn't a celebrity. He wasn't he was
No, like
He was
legitimately.
with the people.
I didn't even notice that there was Mtunzi up until he had a conversation with him. And then I was just like, wait, I know
that's
this face. That's
him.
him.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I do agree. He didn't behave like a celebrity. I don't know what celebrities behave like anyway, but you know, him as an artist and his craft and just how he is around people is just
Yeah.
a prime example as to, you know, sometimes you can be a celebrity and you need to understand, you know, that, yeah, in as much as you want your own space, unlike some people, you need to know that you are in the space where people know you and people want to come to you because they celebrate you. It's not a matter of they invading your space, but it's just a matter of I really appreciate what you do and I want to give you, you know, the applause that you need.
absolutely.
So talking about Scott Mapuma, right? Did you guys see that he was performing there by Cotton Fest?
Yes, at Cotton First.
And
It was very
and it
festive.
was just cricketing, you know. So what do you think? What do you think about that?
Okay, first of all, I just want to say to my long-term crush, you know, because I've had the fattest crush on this person since he came into, you know, making
Scott
music.
Mahoma?
No, not Scott.
I was about to say I doubt your taste, but continue.
Gimang.
Taste in personality or just taste in looks? Like which taste are you talking about?
Everything. Scott Mapuma is a packager that at this point in time no one wanna touch. So
You
I
don't
can't
wanna
even, distinguish and differentiate between attitude, personality. As for looks, 0 anyway, so it's fine.
You are the 1%. You are the 1%.
No, I'm not. I'm part of other percenter that were not showing him the lover that he expected. And I hate the fact that he performed with Tos. Now Tos couldn't get the lover that he deserved because
No.
people were like, we want to clap for you, but now you're performing with this one. And this one is just a bitch on his own. So it was a tricky situation.
So let me ask you,
Yeah.
with that happening, right? Do you think that he's going to grow, right? Or just hit a plateau?
Okay, first of all, I just want to say to Gift right now, as he was saying everything, if Scott was here, instead of saying, Batini manje, because utini lona.
And I was going to answer him.
Wait, what were you going to say?
What were you gonna say?
What's my name?
Magivana.
Exactly my point. Ngatlo tshaba Scott Mapuma ke mo thabisang.
Magivana.
But honestly speaking, DOS did save. Well, waiting. There were a few screams, and I think it was because of DOS, if we're being honest.
Dos, we're going to leave Litaba's number right here.
You can't leave my number now. Holata. You see where this is right now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna move.
Ah.
It's gonna move.
It's getting hot.
It's gonna move.
It's getting hot in the villa.
And ngari ke email, like you sure, ngari ke email, ngari go na le boimana nyero. But honestly speaking, it was cricket on cricket on cricket. I think
was.
everybody decided that, you know what, we're just gonna give Scott the privacy that he said he wanted. But it's
And
just
he got the privacy.
It was very private. It was giving, okay, finish. Do you think finish?
When you're down, you'll tell us.
Because the crowd was very unresponsive. It was sad. It was really sad to a point where Somizi even had to post the video to just be like, you know what, my fans, I appreciate you. Anything and everything that you want, just ask for it and I'll give it to you. But obviously,
Yeah.
that, you know, there's like humor in that. But then at the same time, it also got me to a realization that, you know what, you're in the limelight. People are going to know about you, you know? And the reason why people come to you is not because they want to invade your space, but it's because they really want to celebrate you because of the amazing things that you do, the feelings that you
You're
make them
singing my
feel.
song. You're singing my song this week, hey? But continue, cook.
That's, you know, that's why I'm looking at you. You know, that's why I'm looking at you. I'm not looking there. I don't want to look there.
Sentiment.
Gift,
right?
I'm sorry.
My thing is with that, right? He then got off stage with one performance, and then he was just trying to, you know, holler at the fans, and then
He didn't need the privacy at the
because
time.
now the thing is, you know, when you think that you're a big shot, right? Gift, public apology to Gift
From you, right?
from me.
From you.
Right? No, but now I understand what you've been saying, right? That yes, you're a celebrity, yes, but the people made you, and the people are gonna make you because who are you gonna perform for?
Exactly
At
my
the
point.
end of the day, you are performing for the same people that you're saying you don't want to take pictures with. And here you are performing at one of the biggest shows, Cotton Fest, and nobody's receiving you in any shape or form. Right? So I'm sorry, Gift.
sure.
Are you
sure.
gonna say sorry to
I hated what Gift is right. That's why I'm not even gonna look at him. Up until we wrap up this topic,
my glasses?
I most definitely am not gonna look at him. And your
I
glasses fell
am
because they shocked us what I'm saying. But
Yeah, very.
I'm sorry to everybody else though.
I'm sorry, Gift.
Guys, you gotta be nice to people, honestly speaking. And look, Scott Mapuma is big now, right? And this might be happening around him. But one thing that I can tell you is that he's gonna be good. He's gonna be fine. At some point, he's gonna release hits. People are gonna forget about this experience. But then, being around fans, you always have to be, you know, extra cautious because these people are very fragile, right? These people are people that represent you on the ground all the time.
Yeah.
So it's either you're gonna respect them or you're gonna do your own thing like he is doing, and it's gonna backfire. One thing that I can tell you, as much as we can be spicy and all that, he's at the prime of his career. He's gonna be fine. It's just that the cloud that is around him now, it's just so unfortunate. Also, he's gonna learn because he's surrounded by music geniuses as well, people like your DJ Maporisa and all that. So he's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
I mean, not you saying Lord Waparitukilis.
And like MacG, right? Like MacG right now.
You know, much like the last conversation that we've had,
Yeah.
I feel like now it's no longer a matter of it being a podcast, but it's now a matter of humanity.
Yes.
And the humanity part of it then branches out to how the country is right now, stats-wise, when it comes to GBV. Because remember, violence or gender-based violence doesn't only have to be physical.
Physical, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of emotional abuse that really happens in our everyday lives, and people are not aware of that, you know.
Yeah.
Something that you say to somebody can hurt them, even though they can smile back because you thought you were joking and you thought they were receiving the joke. It's not even the case. You need to be aware. And I think the one thing that a lot of people are missing is empathy in conversations, because when you have a conversation with somebody, you're not thinking about yourself and what you're saying. You're thinking about the conversation that you're having with the person and how the person is going to receive it, you know?
My thing with MacG, right, is that years ago something happened between Minnie and MacG, where Minnie was now the person saying bad things about MacG, calling MacG a rapist and what so not. That was fine then. Nothing happened to Minnie. Absolutely nothing happened to her. So now that the tables are turned, I feel like right now MacG was just using it as, I won't even say banter, but it's a thing of who's at the receiving end now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like a revenge kind of thing, and he did it at the wrong time. I just feel that he did it at the wrong time, but in my opinion, Minnie deserves it because at that time when MacG was at the receiving end, nobody said anything because he was a guy. Obviously, you know how things work. If it's said to a woman, it's bizarre, right? But if it's said about a man, he needs to go to jail and there's no apology around it. There's no media around it. There's no one supporting, like the Minister of Women's Rights or whatever. There's no one supporting MacG at that time to say, what you did was wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? So at this point, I don't even know if I'm going to say it's GBV. She deserves it because if you have a loose mouth, you better be ready to receive it also.
Okay. Personally, this is where I'm at, name. I focus on the current situation more than anything, right? And I'm not saying the past doesn't matter. The past always matters because obviously, it just like much like if you post something on social media that is just like off. Few years down the line, it's gonna resurface if the similar thing happens. Much like how you're explaining now, Minnie did have things to say about MacG at that time. Now MacG has something to say about Minnie right now. And because of the topic that we're talking about right now, I feel like it still goes back to the both of them, if I may put it like that. If they enjoy good banter, it's cool. Let's enjoy good banter, but then also let's be mindful of the things that we say. But also, where we are right now, the topic that we're having, I'm just thinking of it as, what if the tables were turned and then this was me in the situation? How would I then receive it? You get hygiene is not something to be joked about,
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because hygiene affects people's confidence.
And it does.
And self-esteem.
True.
Nobody wants to be out there smelling,
And imagine if she really does have a hygiene problem. Imagine if she really does.
Because at the end of the day, there are people that has that, right?
Yeah.
But also, I share the same sentiments with you because when I approached the story, it was a thing of, okay, clearly this thing has been going on between these two people. Right now, we're just outsiders. And it's so unfair in a situation of this nature to really take sides because this one has also insulted this one. And this one is now insulting this one. So for me, I was like, I'm not going to take sides as much as, obviously they've been insulting each other. Clearly, it's a thing that can be resolved by them. But as for the government wanting to intervene, that's where I was like,
MacG
nah.
going to jail.
That was shut down
on.
quickly. That is not happening.
It's not happening, obviously.
Based on what I read, the two back and forth on one person saying, this is what's happening, and then the other person is like, this is not what's happening. There were facts presented there. And out of reading everything that I read, I'm convinced that, nothing is going to happen. But like I said, it's not a matter of picking sides. It's just a matter of the situation at hand.
And what is right.
And maybe I'm just too empathetic because I'm thinking about everybody else and how.
No, you
everybody else
are
would
always.
Yeah.
Always.
We know you to be
Let the bitch
empathetic.
come out then. You know what? You guys are right. Like, no, it really doesn't make sense, Like, I mean, it's a tit for a tat. You gave me this, I'm going to give you this in return,
You don't like your...
Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to my own self then. Because it seems like the other me is not. But like on a serious note, I'm just thinking of it from the perspective of how would this be received by any other person.
Yeah.
It's just really foul. Even if we had to have the conversation when Minnie was saying stuff about MacG, I would still have something to say about that as well.
Yeah.
But as it stands, no.
And
like,
with her, it's not just stuff. Hey, calling a person a rapist is a huge thing.
oh, it's very huge.
You
a
get
huge
Wade
thing.
Leonard Tolesmo, he now has
And what it did to his
anxiety.
career.
He now has like depression because of just being called a rapist, and he didn't do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do
So
get you.
that's a huge thing. And if it affects my pockets, you better not. Like let's not even go there. Do you get what I'm saying? Tolesmo has kids. I mean, MacG has kids. Minnie has kids. And these things then do go. And one thing about the media that I really hate is that it harbors information. So even if you grow old and now your child is like 18, now you hear that once upon a time, somebody has said that your dad was a rapist. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So there's certain things that people need to be really sensitive about, especially if you don't have facts around it. Just keep your mouth fucking shut.
Speaking about keeping our mouths fucking shut, ooh, I felt that.
You're like cookie.
Depth of my spirit.
I felt that. How would you guys feel if you were at an event and then you get ignored by somebody that you're trying to greet?
Oh my word. It depends. Okay, well, it depends. It depends. Nah, I'm a bitch, you know. So if you if you ignore me and I greet you and you're like, you know me, right? I'm like, okay. You don't want to greet me then, okay.
Kotlapa.
I'm gonna take it to social media now.
Whatever.
Nna ke tlo tlapa. Social media ke ban kotlapa there and then. Are you fete?
But for what though?
Wang ignore.
Who ignored who?
Wait.
Also, give us context. Why conversation now when the
Is that guy that
Sidelining him.
shakes his waist? What's his name?
Wow, not shakes his waist.
He does.
Limpopo boy.
Yeah. That's all he does for a living. Yep.
God damn.
Yeah.
Limbo boy, let's talk about that.
How good is? Can you shake your waist?
Me?
Claire is a dancer. She is a dancer.
I don't know
Let me
this.
not.
I
No,
don't
let me
know
not.
this.
The reason why I was sweating on Wednesday, it was because of this person. Especially when she got it.
No, ubuti sekele wena. Ubuti sekele ka gqom. Ka gqom.
And then you're gonna ask me if my waist is loose.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But back to it, So, Limpopo balcony mix. It was in Joburg. Yeah. There was a lot of talks around it. Other people had to say, maybe this was something that was supposed to be kept in Limpopo, but then at the same time, when they say that, I was like, yeah, not you saying that meanwhile I was playing in the background. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all.
But also before we even get into the conversation, can we say big shout out to the guys that are organizing this balcony mixes because they are doing absolutely well. I know that there's influencers that are also involved, but generally as well, the artists that are putting these songs together, guys. Big
Like
shout out.
Shandy. Yeah. Do you guys know Shandy? Okay.
I know Shandy. Who do you know? My favorite has to be Shandy.
Charisma.
And
Karishma.
yeah.
There's someone that I've been recently following, Janesh. I think our
Shandesh.
Shandesh.
Shandy.
There's Janesh, yes.
Okay,
what's-
our Limpopo King will tell us here. Let's go, Limpopo King.
Is Shandi Akire.
I agree. I agree.
Akire Shandi ke o. That went to an interview, go Tshwane FM and couldn't speak English.
Shandy is that lesbian.
Shandi, mama.
That one.
Yes, that's the one.
That
She went to Tshwane FM and yeah, the lights were dim
No,
when
the
she
lights
was
were
asked
not dim.
questions.
Okay.
The light were really not dim because I feel like, guys, okay, I get it. English is a universal language.
I have my reservations about that.
Okay,
that
right.
cook.
Yeah.
Do you want to fry him before?
I want to.
Okay.
Because I'm
But-
the chef. I will.
Okay.
I mean,
Cook.
say I do le compo. And I
Yeah.
don't know how to speak English. I won't turn down interviews just because I can't speak English. Those who
Exactly.
can relate will relate. Those who can't relate, they can always ask if you really are interested in what I'm saying.
Tell me when you're done.
I'm not
Yeah,
done.
okay, yeah,
But
continue.
also, it goes back. Prime example, there was a time when people were like, Makati doesn't know how to speak English in her interviews. She doesn't have to speak
Does she
English.
have to though?
She doesn't have to.
Are you guys done? Should I cook?
No, she's
No.
still cooking.
Okay, cook first.
Okay.
That's fine.
So gift, you do le combo, right? I am shebeshit, for example, right? And I'm shebeshit. I'm their shit.
Shit though, and I'm
Mamela. So I'm shebeshit and you want an interview with me, right? And the crowd is not expecting me to know English, right? So if you're gonna interview me, you better know that I'm gonna be there and speaking Pedi or whatever language because
authentically yourself.
my line of work does not have to do with English at all. Right? So if you're a person, okay, sometimes actually what you do should be your personality, whether you know English or not. Right? What you do should be your personality, you should embody your brand. Right? So with her, even if she didn't know English, her brand is Licompo, and Licompo has nothing to do with westernized anything.
Absolutely.
So does she have to know how to speak English? Absolutely not. And her target market, right? Is it people that expect her to know how to speak English? Absolutely
We
not.
are the target market.
No, you're not. So
What do you mean? I consume the music.
you consume the music, but you are like the
Red.
1% that expects people to actually speak English when they sing Limpopo. Like, I mean,
Can I cook?
okay,
Okay, right.
take the pots.
All right. Guys, listen, right? I don't have any problem. No artist has to know English or anyone English, right?
That's a lie coming from
But the
It
secret,
is.
the secret behind a beautiful, successful interview as preparation, right? I've interviewed Nomcabo Zikore before, back in the days when she released Emazulwini. She clearly stated that, can we go through all the questions that you're possibly going to ask me? Because also I'm not comfortable speaking in English. That was before she became the global superstar that she is today.
Yeah, but then that
so I
happened
felt like
behind the scenes, nobody knew what the conversation prior was between the two of you. But
no,
go
but
on.
she came.
So
to,
even if
her
she got there,
excuse-
Abaiza, it's not like they're gonna know.
Guys, her
that
excuse
you
on
prepared
TikTok.
her.
Her excuse on TikTok was that she wasn't prepared, and she is now giving it away. At least to people that are from a media background, we're gonna, obviously understand it differently than any other person. Any other person can say, no, she wasn't prepared. But for someone who's from a media background, you had an opportunity to prepare. Why did
Do
you
you
not
also
fucking
understand
prepare?
that not everyone is a gift and will prepare an artist to say these are the questions? Because obviously when you're interviewing a person, you want the most authentic answers, right? So you don't want pre-thought answers. So some people do not prefer to give people questions before because they want authentic answers. They want the real truth, because it's easy to fabricate stuff when you know what's going to happen.
And
Court
also
and
look at it
stuff.
from this perspective, right? Premeditated answers from a premeditated interview is not as authentic to
No, it's not even
us having a
authentic.
conversation. Of course, I have like a list of questions that I'm going to ask you, but then if you say something interesting and I want to follow up on that, I will still keep it going, and then it becomes natural.
Which is still
And
perfectly
also you
fine.
will be prepared for that.
But which is perfectly fine. My thing is also have an idea of what you are doing, right? You are in a public space. You are super popular. And look, we're not dimming her light because apart from, what happened there, she is a great musician, doing absolutely amazing, going far. I'm already seeing a whole lot of, big UK influencers as well hopping into the challenges. So it's safer to say Limpopo is also following the Amapiano route. But
It
then
is.
that was not the conversation. The conversation was Limpopo Boy and Sifiso. Let's go back there, please.
Okay.
Limpopo Boy and Sifiso.
Let's
So-
go there.
Okay. So
But guys, can I just ask you a simple question before we continue? Is there a reason why, the other cultures, well, not cultures, but languages are just against Limpopo right now?
yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like there's no reason, there's no tangible reason why, right? There shouldn't be. I feel like with regards to music that is more Pedi, Tswana, right? Those languages. What do you call? The Zulus, and we call them Guni. The
Yeah.
other ones, what do we call them?
Betty Boy.
Are they not?
Pedi King, please tell us. What do you call them? Okay, the southern languages.
Yeah.
Right? Those ones. So I just want to know, just want to know. Most people who are in the Nguni cultures, I think they think of themselves as
Oh God.
gods.
Oh no! I wasn't saying that. No.
I know,
They
you're
not
not.
though.
But like they really think that they are the beard and best thing after toasted bread with anything.
But what
with
if they are?
They not.
What if
With
they are?
any,
They
I'm Zulu.
not.
I'm Zulu, and I feel like right now, Maskandi is like not doing as well as Lukombo. So what are we saying? Just saying. So with those languages, they really think of themselves as hardcore. We the real people. These people are not real people. There's even a saying in Zulu that says that exactly that. That if
I
you're not
need the
Zulu,
saying.
then I mean, what are you?
Which then it doesn't really make sense, right? And another thing, just to add on what you said, what I hate is that for the longest time, especially with certain tribes that are also from Limpopo, they've always been taken,
For granted.
for
man.
granted.
Yeah.
And the truth is, people from Limpopo, academics, they are killing it. arts, they are taking it to another level.
Don't forget that.
Money as well, doing absolutely amazing. So at some point, we really need to get to a point where we are equal in this country, right? Not for me personally. When you were saying Zulu speaking people think are they it? No, you're not. You're not. To me, honestly speaking, they're just normal human beings.
But
like
they're not.
like any other human
really
being.
Is
not.
this you
we
saying
get-
that about Zulu speaking people? Boy, you know
What do
about-
you mean?
Don't get me started.
What do you mean?
Em-
Have I ever
em- em-
protected them
snacks.
Of
in
course you have.
any way?
Of course you have.
And also, for me, now my favorite has to be closer people. So, nagejola closing.
Umkilo
So,
lapho. You were saying?
Liars. So
So yeah, the situation between Sifiso and Limpopo Boy.
Say it. Yeah.
did you say the
Say
alliance?
it. Aren't they?
No, they're not
Are they
liars.
not?
They're not liars. They just
No,
have
he
smooth.
knows that they liars. You have a personal experience. You know that.
What
They
do
just
you mean?
banel di tongue steady smooth.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I don't like Xhosa people.
Girl.
I really don't.
What?
Okay, it's
That's
a topic for another day.
guys.
So yes, Sifiso tried to greet Limpopo Boy on a video that anybody can access, especially on TikTok. And Limpopo Boy just passed him. He didn't even
Like
look
he was a
at him.
paper on a table.
It was just like, okay, I'm still minding my own business. Somebody's calling you. I don't even know what is happening. I'm just minding my own business. And shame, it was.
You know what got to me? That he did it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look. Limpopo Boy goes around him. And he taps the second time to say, maybe he didn't see me the first time. Let me do it the second time. And he still ignores him. That got to me. Like, you don't do that to people. Okay, in as much as people can make... It goes back to the topic of last week, right? I will not do anything to you just because you did something to me. Humanity is humanity. We just need to be human about stuff, especially if you know that you're in the limelight. Certain things can come back and bite you, and it can be the smallest of things, like ignoring Sifiso. And people can be like, no, you cancelled, because then you don't see people. Like how they cancelling Scott Mapuma now. But I'm just saying, like, there are
already
certain
cancelled.
things that you do if you're in the limelight, and there are certain things that you don't do. You don't ignore people, right? And what power does that guy hold, by the way?
Who?
Sifiso.
Sifiso. Sifiso is a talent manager, manages a whole lot of big superstars in the country, especially in the Amapiano space. But that's where I want to start at the conversation, right? Because now when I first saw the video, for some strange reason, I was cringing because you're looking at the video, the place is full of young people, and you are here, an old man like Sifiso wanting to in front.
In
where's
front.
It's not about that. But I mean, you did
I
explain it
see.
yourself. He's a talent manager, but also he's in the limelight.
He might be scouting.
But
and
why
also,
is he in front like that? Like he's part
He's
of the
also in a
audience.
podcast.
it's fine, but then it doesn't necessarily mean that. Yeah, they do piano pulse
Okay,
with Taki.
okay. Can I just ask you guys this question now? Do you think me, young as I am, I cannot go to an opera concert,
Can.
You can,
but I'll be within older people?
I don't
But you're
think-
not gonna
I
be
don't
like
think you
Sifiso.
get it. Did you see how he looked? He looked like he was part of the crowd. Maybe that's why Limpopo Boy didn't see him. He looked like he was part of the crowd. Like, how are you a talent
Oh,
manager and
Rina.
you look like that? Like, come on, man. Come
and also there
on.
should be,
Come on.
ways to scout talent. I want to
Hey,
believe.
be
No, he wasn't
backstage
scouting.
or something.
Was he scouting for talent? I absolutely
Chances
think he
are.
was not scouting for talent. But yeah, no, mara ho ignoriwa so ko video.
Yeah,
Mara,
it's
do, you,
crazy.
do you think Limpopo Boy saw him though? Or he thought
did
he
reply.
was like one of
Like
the...
you said, it wasn't just only one attempt. Come on, we can only be blind to a certain
Marai.
extent.
But also he literally looked like he was part of the crowd. I would have missed it.
You would have twice.
I
3
can't
times.
see, so...
Like when you are the superstar that you are, like
can't
Limpopo
see.
Boy.
Okay, your eyes aside, you can't feel.
I can.
Yeah, so why
But
didn't
then
you
when I
feel?
look at you and I can't recognize a face, I mean, I'm not going to look and say, oh...
No, even if you tap me and I don't know you, I won't just pass you because I don't know you. I'll say hi, you know?
And he actually went in with that Nike glove, man. Shame, man.
The description. Anyway.
By the way.
Can we talk about the metros? Yeah. Ulele mali.
The metros. So the proudest moment of mine is Usmamani. I really love that boy, and mostly because he was trolled for the Aries thing. Remember, there was a time where he had he beef with Aries, and he had beef with, I think, okay, was it Zulu? Who's that guy with dreadlocks?
Big Zulu.
Big Zulu.
That one. Was he part of it? No, he wasn't, right?
I'm not sure. Was it a diss track type of situation?
Yeah,
or
it was a
beef
diss
beef?
track. It was a diss track, but the diss track was towards Aries.
Okay.
Was it no? Who's this guy? Nasty C.
Nasty C.
Yes. Because people were saying that Usmamani is trying to sound like Nasty C, and obviously because these people are from Durban, right? And obviously they sound, everyone from Durban who's a rapper sounds the same.
Sean Fats.
Sean Fats too. They sound the same, right? my that's my thing. So now there was a diss track around that, and Nasty C didn't want to reply, and but they did reply, and so how they reply, right? It's not like a Big Zulu and Casper Vest kind of situation, or Casper Vest, aka they did it in as part of the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So you have to literally you have to listen to the actual songs to understand that part of it. But for the fact that he actually came this far, I really appreciate that guy.
For me, I want to take it to the from the top, right? We once spoke about
From the one?
From the
Daddy.
Take it from the
You guys are
TOP.
sassy.
Take it from the top. We do love the top.
At some point on this show, I think it was last year, we spoke about the Metro FM Awards in detail, the production and all that, right?
Yeah.
And most of the things that we spoke about this year, they were not there. I was like, okay, right? At least there's a room, for improvement, because the last time they did the event, right? Between
The
the
black carpet,
paving,
I remember that.
banners, it was crazy.
I remember that.
So this time around, they were neat, well organized. So I'll have to give them props.
I'm sorry. Can I tell you, right, that one of my friends, Khomoto Maimane, was actually the organizer of the metros. Khomoto, wherever you are, my dog.
Big shout out. Hey, Khomoto must come here. Then we must have a conversation with Khomoto.
That's why they were so well organized. He wasn't part
Khomoto
of
who?
them. Maimane. He's
Dark in complexion?
He's very short. I'll show you him.
Okay, right. We might not be talking about the same person.
We're talking height. I'm confused.
He's not dark. Okay?
No, I'm trying to gauge because there's another Khomoto that I know that is doing big things behind the scene as well.
Khomoto
and we've been
does
in
Big
conversation.
Brother.
So
Khomoto does. My friend does a lot.
big shout out. But yeah, Metro FM Awards, guys.
Yeah.
The production was amazing for me. I'd give it to them. And also some of the highlights, were artists that actually won. I think MacG won.
It did.
I think female artist of the year or something of that sort.
Yeah, something of that nature. That's a big category that, South Africa hasn't been giving it to her for the longest time. So big shout out to MacG.
MacG is the true epitome of cries do get heard. No, she came out.
She really is.
And she's getting the recognition that she needs. But can we just talk about my favorite song, Gwelanga?
Yes, Bossy as well.
Bossy is amazing, but Gwelanga did absolutely
What song?
amazing.
Yeah.
It did absolutely amazing. But also, question Mike.
How many awards?
Two.
Beautiful.
But now, my question is, let's talk Scooter Baba.
Song of the year.
Song of the year.
For 2025. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I think with that song, right? The thing is, okay, Cresta was on it.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Casper was on it. So it became a trail. It started as one song.
Yeah.
Right? Just the guys, Skuta Baba, Yebo Baba. And then trend on TikTok. And then it was a big thing from then. Right? It deserves it. Why? Because it really lured in a lot of people because they saw the success of the song.
Of course.
Like your Caspers, your Questers, and the more the people went into it, the bigger it grew. So it didn't become even a trilogy. How many people were there? How many versions of the song are there? Like maybe 5, right? Because everyone's just jumping into it and. So congratulations to the producers of the song.
Is that well deserving?
Very
I wasn't
well
really
deserving.
a fan of that song, but
Yeah,
Why
but
not? I mean,
trust your
everybody was
opinion.
doing the challenge to it. It's
Every fucking one.
no,
Gift.
hence I'm saying I trust your opinion.
Guys, Gifty is a pessimist. Ne?
What do you mean?
I'm telling South Africa.
Moride.
There's no way.
Moride.
no
Go on,
fucking way.
okay, but also
I know the song. It's just that it was never really in my playlist, but I know it from TikTok, obviously.
Okay,
So it was never a song that on a normal basis I would just listen to. But I know the song. Hence I said I trust you guys' opinion because I'm
You
aware
don't
of
know
the
it.
song.
Yeah.
But then as for it making it for Song of the Year, I could have had something else. You know, there were big songs that were out there. But if you guys are saying,
But I think
I'm with you.
Twitter would have trolled it if it wasn't. If it didn't deserve it, you would hear it from Twitter. The first
Yeah.
thing, you would hear it from there. But because it really is deserving of the title, Song of the Year, yeah.
Naledi Aphiwe
I
as
have
well?
to agree.
Ooh, and Romeo.
Sorry, before we even
Who's
get
that
there.
guy?
Yeah.
Mawelele.
I have to agree with Scooter Baba because I mean my reason is different from everybody else's reason.
Cook.
I'm not cooking. I'm outing myself now.
Oh.
Alright, I'm outing myself.
Closets are open. Mm-hmm.
I know. You see the closet? I burnt it down the minute they were like, that is a closet. I was like, let's burn that shit down. We're not doing closets here. But I mean, that was the first thing that made me feel like, you know what? You know, because I even bought like a cap. And like whenever I wear that cap, my sister is just like, you know what? You would make actually good a hot boyfriend if you had a girlfriend. Not you swallowing like that. What?
Shoot my hair.
No, but it's a good song. It's a good song.
NJ! I must bring doom here.
No, it is a good song. It is a good song. Like I'm not surprised that it took Song of the Year. You know, we've actually seen layers to it. You know, it getting better from time and again, and. So it was really well deserving.
Well deserving.
It was.
Naledi
And
Aphiwe,
your favorite person. You would never end this show without talking about Naledi Aphiwe.
I have to talk about her.
Favorite. Yes.
Because
what is your opinion? She
Another
sucks?
artist.
Yes, we know.
She deserves
You
that
started
award.
you started off by saying she sucks, girl.
Gift doesn't like that girl.
Let me cook.
Okay, cook.
She deserves the award.
But
Right?
But
But
oh no.
someone that I'm observing from a distance, and I'll tell you why. She is coming with some Scott Mapoma's attitude. You know what?
Who's that?
Because one,
yeah, Naledi.
Naledi Aphiwe, she is declining interviews a lot lately. Secondly, she went on Instagram boldly to say, I'm not here to revive careers. So apparently she is declining a whole lot of features as well.
Wait, so sorry. Going to interviews is reviving careers?
No, wait, no, features. She's saying she doesn't want
Features,
to
features, yeah.
Oh,
She
with
said-
features. Okay. I
For a person who got 1.8 million trillion zillion dollars because you said, that person,
Yes.
she's saying she doesn't want to revive careers.
She's not here
that
to
person
revive
who
careers.
was singing in class on a desk is
Absolutely.
saying that she does not want to revive careers just because you said Nami. That's all you said. And then you are where you are now, and people are recognizing you because some Chris Brown from America revived you, my girl.
It's
and then
not
you
some
want
Chris
to
Brown,
say that
it's
you don't.
Chris.
What the hell are you saying?
That's where
What
we
the
at.
hell are you saying?
What the hell?
What the hell? Is she crazy?
That's where we're heading. Hence, I'm saying she's giving me some offish vibe that I don't understand.
Her
And
career is ending soon. I'm sorry.
not so long
Bury
ago,
it right now.
it
There's
was
no
her
way.
and Fifi Cooper as well. Remember that saga,
Yeah,
right? Where she
yeah.
said Fifi Cooper stole her phone, blah, blah. So hence I'm saying I'm watching her from a distance and I don't know if I'm in tune with her attitude because
Absolutely not.
she is a very amazing artist that we can never take away from her. But then there's just something that I'm not understanding about her attitude that is bothering me.
But remember that these people have managers, right? And they have PR managers also. So whatever that they do, they know exactly what they do. I don't think a PR manager would allow you to even go, because then whatever that you post, your PR manager must go through it to see if it's worthy of social media and what's or not, right? I don't think they would allow her to do that. But also, we have PR managers that are just there for the money, who don't even know what they're doing. I take Letabo because Letabo studied PR, and I'm like, please come be my PR manager. And I'm not taking someone with experience in the media space, right?
Ouch.
So
That hurts.
no, guys,
That really
Letabo's a really. But I'm just saying that sometime maybe they allowed her to do that. Maybe it's a stunt. Maybe it's a thing of getting her out there. I don't know.
But there's no need for such stunt. I mean, like you said, she has 1.8 million followers. At that point, I don't think you should be pulling such stunts, because you have people that genuinely love you. She has a song that is currently trending. It's not even out as yet. It has it's an Afrobeat type of situation going on. It's beautiful. Big, huge artists in Africa are using that sound on TikTok as well. So, at that level, I don't think, you should be pulling stunts just so you can get attention.
Young. Also, she's young. They do say a frontal lobe does develop after 25. Oh. So after she reaches 25, maybe she will be making better decisions about her life.
So
Girl, get yourself in order.
So we're saying we have the male version and the female version. We have Scott Mapuma and then we have Naledi.
But Scott Mapuma is old. Okay, no, he's 29 this year. So the frontal lobe has developed. So you also get yourself in order.
We're not saying male and female version in... they behave the same way, but then also one is about fans and then one is about the people that you will be making future collaborations with.
Hey, Mara, as for I don't want to revive people's careers.
Yeah.
Hey, that hit me, hey.
Crazy.
What the hell?
Let's get out of here.
What the hell?
In the spirit of not remaking people's careers, we gave you everything that you were asking for today. And obviously we had 3 different opinions, which we now know who's the feisiest out of all of them and who's the most congenial out of all of them. My girl, my boy.
I hope I'm not the feisty. I'm not feisty.
Why are you cooking?
It's opinions. It's opinions. Allegedly.
I just want to tell you this now. From the bottom of my bottom heart, it's down there.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and take it to the next level, because we are on hashtag road to 10K subscribers. I do the right thing, trendsetters. We are over 100,000 views. We will see you next week. We love you so much.
We outie.
We are out.